will Liverpool Football Club sign anyone this window? That's probably the question that all of us, are asking our fellow Liverpool supporters and ourselves, when we read the news and we see what's going on with other clubs, what Liverpool doing, do you reckon they'll do anything kind of thing? Going into this window, my opinion was that if we were to do any business, it would probably happen towards the end of the window. Obviously, we've got key players away at the moment with these competitions. And to leave it until the end of January gives you time to see how the team's doing, what's the status of injuries with everyone, what's the form like, how are we doing, are we managing without Salah, that kind of thing. And Endo, oh yeah, my boy Endo, sucky long time. Sorry, no, it's a joke. You'd have to go back to see the videos when we signed him in the summer. Don't start caps locking me to death, or else you know what I mean. So, will Liverpool sign anyone in January? The further you get into the window, like we're 22nd now, I think, you start to think, maybe not so. Liverpool are doing really well at the moment. Yesterday's result, I just mentioned this in a previous video, was very convincing against a side that I didn't think we were just going to go there and batter them. And, Liverpool are doing the business, man, even without your main man Salah, for example, So everything's very positive at the moment. So from a recruitment point of view, you look at that, don't you? Or they may look at that and go, we're all right, we can get through to the summer with this. But it makes me nervous. It always makes me nervous because one bad result can cause a fucking breakdown. Do you know what I mean? I don't just mean with me. I mean the squad, as Rafa would say, squad, for sure. Or injuries and things like that, and it's all right saying we're in this competition, we're in that competition, you can drop out just like that, and then before you know, everyone will go, why didn't we fucking do something in January? Now, as you know, January is a very difficult window to navigate and negotiate. Clubs don't want to sell their players in January, they've got to replace those players. So you're going to pay, a premium in January, 9 times out of 10, if you want to play, you're going to pay for it, unless there's a contract release clause or the fee isn't, too bad. Now, for example, with Andre, the video that I've just recorded about, I think he's stacked. Liverpool know they can have him if they want him, but at the moment, Liverpool have not offered anything for him. In the summer, the suggestion was that Liverpool would pay 40 million euros for him. At the moment, the suggestion is that his club Fluminense want around 35 million euros. But you could take him on loan now if you want, apparently. And if you make the deal permanent in the summer, you'll pay more, though, 45 to 50 million euros. I've just done a video on all that. Go and have a look at it. It'll give you the latest claims surrounding that deal and who's interested in him and what our state of play is, possibly. The further you go into the window, the more I'm thinking maybe Liverpool are happy with everything and they're not going to do out. However, I did say to myself before the window, don't start stressing out Dunk on week 3, week 4, 3, 4, whatever the end of the month, because if they are going to do something, it'll be later in the window. Now, one thing that I did notice a few days ago was that Paul Joyce came out and wrote an article bigging up Curtis Jones, I think. I didn't read the article. I don't read those articles because I've made my own opinions about plays and stuff like that. Now, if you follow my live streams, and I don't mean the ones on Saturday night, I don't mean them ones. I mean, the sensible ones during the week. I said on a late stream, I think, last week, Paul Joyce will surface anytime now with an article. Look out for it, guys. I had no idea what this article was going to be about, and you guys know, I said that, right? And there's a reason why I said that, because I was told that Paul Joyce was working on an article to be published imminently regarding Liverpool Football Club. So that same very night, Paul Joyce did publish an article. But in my opinion, it was to do. Sorry, it wasn't my opinion. I think it was about Jordan Henderson possibly, moving or whatnot. It was either Henderson or Gerrard, I don't know. It was something that was really not relevant to current matters at Liverpool Football Club. When I saw that article go live that same night, I thought, well, I hope everyone don't think I was making reference to that. So I wasn't sure. I was just told he's working on something, and I thought, well, really? So, and that was news, you know, when it's news, it's, do you know what I mean? Like, so that's just something that's happened and he's commented on it. So it wasn't that. The next article that I saw from Paul Joyce was the Curtis Jones thing. And I always say, I didn't read the article, so maybe I'm wrong. But when I see a journalist that's close to the club, as Rafa would say, for sure, when I see a journalist doing an article like that, bigging up a young player, that's usually, in my opinion, all right, you say it's propaganda, FSG, they've told him to put the article out, right? In my opinion, that's where someone, an executive somewhere within the workings of the club, as, you know, they've had a conversation off the record maybe or something, you know, and a journalist has said, so what do you reckon, will you be doing anything? What about this? What about that? Say, well, you know, I was only talking to Jurgen earlier and he was saying how he's going to use Curtis more or any player, right? You know, whatever the article's about. Young lad, he's coming on, he's really, all right, yeah. And it starts to make it sound like the club are thinking, do we really need, you know? So I'm always really suspicious when I see certain players being bigged up in a transfer window, right? Out of the window, it's like, what does it matter? Unless you're approaching a window. Always be aware of those articles, right? Especially when a player comes back from injury as well. Especially if it's during a transfer window. It's like a new signing. We know these things, right? So, I was told that Joyce was doing an article. I was a little bit, wonder what this is going to be. And it was the Curtis Jones one, which made me immediately think, that made me start to think that maybe they're just starting to big up other players, you know, a bit of attention and that to throw us off that we need someone. Different kind of players, personally, I think we need right now. But I like the player. But what I mean is, like, you know, if it had been an article about Endo, for example, saying, you know, Endo's such a good player, he's done great and all that, then that gives you this, that would give me, you speak for yourselves, whatever, that would give me the impression, someone said somewhere, we don't actually need to do something because Endo will get us through to the summer. And if I'm not mistaken, I think James Pearce might have done something like that about Endo recently. Not too sure. But with him being away, it's kind of, you can't really tap into that one. But I'm sure James Pearce did. He did, didn't he? I'm sure someone's been bigging Endo up in January. It'll have been to do with him going away. He's going to be a big loss. He's been so great, so amazing. In other words, we don't need to do anything. Maybe we don't. It's a position that needs fixing because Endo is not the long-term option, obviously. I don't know what you think about that. Do you think to yourself, well, that is a position that we should really concentrate and focus on in the summer, though? Do you think like that? Or are you one of those that's like, no, it should be done now? But then what comes into play then is the availability of these players. My personal hunch, this is not based on anyone saying anything to me, is I think Liverpool will do something at some point and we'll be really surprised. I think we'll be really surprised. You know, like when the club signs someone and we all go, where the fuck did that come from? What the fuck? Who the fuck's he? Do you know what I mean? I mean, come on. When when we signed Endo, there's so many people who comment and say, he's a great player, this kid's great. And I'm like, who the fuck is he? Never heard of him in my life. They're going to spring something out. They're going to spring something on us, aren't they? Well, will it be January? Will it be the summer? See, I still think that there's, you know, we were linked with some players in the summer, and I think everyone thinks that they've gone quiet. I've made videos about one of them recently. I can't remember what it was titled. Do I really have to look? I don't know if I can be asked to look. Bear with me. Right, what am I? I'm YouTube, and oh, it's that one. Right, hang on. Oh, by the way, some of you know my daughter was taken into hospital on Saturday. She was not very well last week. She's not, she's not a wuss. she's a bit like her dad, you know what I mean? Well, I'm a wuss, but she won't go to the hospital or doctors unless there's something really wrong. And she conceded on Saturday that she had to go to A&E. She had a bad chest, you know, things like that, fever. She was sent home over the weekend, and they think it's a form of pneumonia or something like that. She's laid up in bed at the moment, but I just wanted to let you know, because some of you were on the stream when I was telling you about that. You know, because people, it's not because I come on and go, hey, guess what, I'm going to tell you this. If people say, how's your day done? I go, well, it's all right, but we don't. At the time, my daughter had just, when I was live on the stream, gone into hospital. But she's home, she's resting. I haven't heard from her today. I've messaged, so maybe she's sleeping. You know, she told me yesterday I'm in pain when I move and walk, and so I'm just resting. So I just thought I'd let you guys know. 'Cause, listen, you know, if you follow my videos, KopTalk's a community, all right? So I make these videos for the people that support me and my friends. Do you know what I mean? So if you're new around these parts, maybe you don't get it. But I can assure you people will be asking me how she is and be bothered. So, oh, I don't know where it is. I don't know, I made that many videos recently. Can't remember what I was talking about. I think, yeah, I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about there was players that were linked with us in the summer that have gone dead. The one that I'd be watching is Manu Kone, definitely. So, for example, if that suddenly drops, I think people, you know, some people would be like, what the fuck? I wouldn't be. So, I did make a video about it on here recently. I can't remember what the video is titled, I'm sorry. I don't know if his name's in the title or not, so. Right, okay, I need to crack on. So, we'll just have to wait and see. You leave your predictions, do you? And do you think? I really want to know if you think no, we should be sorting it out now. Don't not wait until the summer. It's all right saying Endo's doing this and doing that and doing all right, and he comes back, and then something goes wrong, and then we're like, well, what fucking hell? I don't want us to get to the summer, miss out on something, and go, if only we'd done this in January. You know, I noticed that. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Ghost at the Echo. So probably not worth listening to. But you know, the vibe that the clique are giving out, the clique of Liverpool journalists, that the ones that just are there these days are not really that relevant anymore. They're you know, saying that it's highly unlikely that Liverpool will do any transfers this month. You know, incomings this month. So I don't know if you believe that statement or not. I guess we've got to keep an eye on the boss at his press conferences when he's quizzed on these things soon. Deadline day, I'm not sure what day it falls on. I tend to do a live stream on deadline days. It's a Wednesday. We tend, I think last deadline day, I don't know if it was the summer or January, I think we did a live stream about 16 hours, didn't we? Something like that, I don't know what it is. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, guys. All right, so, me personally, I would like to see Liverpool do something this month. I am not yet at that stage where I think that nothing's going to happen. Many people are, I'm not. So, but I'm not a Twitter ITK, so I don't guess it makes much difference what I think. So, if you appreciate the video, please give it a thumbs up and drop me a comment. Your comments, they get me through the day. I really do appreciate them. I know many of you are busy and you don't have time to comment sometimes, so just give the video a thumbs up would be appreciated. I can't remember if I've mentioned this in this video. I'm due to be flying to Birmingham tomorrow, which is why I've been watching these live streams of the weather in England at the moment. Because I'm going to see my son. I think I mentioned this, or I mentioned it in my other video. So if you're in Birmingham later in the day today, could you let me know what the weather's like? I want to know if it's easing off a little bit, because I want to see my boy. But I don't want to travel to England if it's dangerous for everybody, including him. Having to make his way to Birmingham. So right, I'll go. Thumbs up, comment, appreciated. Cheers, guys.